Good evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. So let's have a real talk. It has been some time that we haven't talked about anything, and that I would like to give you some inputs, or shall I say some sharing, and so far as the current situation is concerned, with what's happening, what will be in the future and all that. So I hope that I could tackle anything that I could think of. I have not prepared for this. I also have a very limited info of things and what's happening. I don't have time to watch TV, and I really just listen to what is, or just read whatever I could come along in Facebook, because I'm active on it, and whatever I could read. So anyway, let's share some thoughts. Okay, so well, it's September. This is the last day of September, and basically tomorrow is already October, and you can just imagine that's only three October, November, so it's only three months before the year ends, and we were thinking, oh, what happened to the past year? Except for the pandemic, of course. The pandemic has basically not to say affected, or I don't want to say ruined, but affected all of us. And it has been so long. It has been 2 years, and nearly 2 years, and the effect is really so awesome. Because yesterday we went to Tagaytay, and our favorite restaurant there is Josephine's. It's a popular restaurant, primarily because I like their paella, and I like their anything like bibingka and all that. But yesterday we went there in celebration of my daughter's birthday, but as I was very sad because actually there are no guests, and even the prices have to be increased, just probably that they could cover the fixed costs or the fixed expenses in the restaurant. And that I was thinking, oh, what happened? I pity the waiters, because we know them for quite so long, and and all that. And even all the establishments there are practically closed at around 7 o'clock, and I feel sorry for them, because as you know, some of them pay long time rent, and some of they really have invested a lot in infrastructure, capital expenditures, their machinery, their equipment, and all that. So I'm really very sorry for that. And also the current pandemic, we still have 14,000 cases, and that's still a lot. We probably have reached 22,000, but to me, still 14,000 is still a lot. And although the positivity rate was reduced to around 22%, we reached as high as 25 or 27, but still there are people, dying. I know some people who died recently, and I feel sorry for the families. And I really, I can't imagine the pain, not to mention the financial strain on their families, and the fact of the sadness of losing people you dearly love, right? So I don't know. And yet the government or the people are, number one, there is corruption all over. Why is it that President Duterte told us that he is against corruption, and yet what happened to Farmally is a clear indication of corruption? I believe, no, that's my perspective. Please don't judge me if you don't agree with me, but that's my perspective, because the ones we read is about flash cars, and there's even a tacit admission from one of the witnesses that I believe so, something like that. So so I can't imagine a person who take advantage of a crisis, or it's as if, like, for example, someone is in need, and that you would even aggravate her situation by like charging more or abusing her or something. I really can't imagine that. Why? Out of You can feed your family with those? I cannot imagine, really. I cannot imagine, because the amount is not hundreds, or not, it's not even thousands. It's millions or even billions. And I really can't imagine that. Although, yeah, it would spell a lot of comfort for them. It would make them rich. It would make them ride flash cars. It made them buy flash condominiums or even houses, build big houses. But what about what about their values? What about their souls? I really cannot imagine. Perhaps because I earn money through hard work, and I earn money not on easy way. So maybe my stand is different, right? Of course, as I said, don't judge me for that, because I live differently. I might not have a big car, or as my house is like barong-barong and all that, but at least I could hold my head up high, that whatever I fed to my children and whatever I support them in their education came from hard work, right? Sorry, I just can't imagine. Because I was thinking that if we tolerate those actions, then our children would look at it as good and something that is acceptable as a norm, right? And what happened to our values moving forward, right? So that's my worry. If we tolerate something bad, then we accept it as a norm, and as such, we treat it as something good, right? I don't know. And then we're talking about politics. OMG. And although they extended the registration down to October 17 or 11 or something. But please register. Make your votes count. Oh, for me, no one has the right to critic a government if you don't vote, because this is a democracy. I mean, you are given the privilege to vote and to choose our leaders. I know who I voted for, and I'm ashamed of some that I voted for in the last elections. But at least I know, and I made myself counted, right? But by the way, you cannot force me to vote if I don't like you. Really, when you go to the precincts, you have this piece of paper and all that they want you to dictate and make bilog and all that. You cannot do that to me, please. You cannot buy me. You really cannot buy my principles. But anyway, and then the people are now talking about politics, about election, about someone being positioned, ayoko muna, etc. Hindi ko tatakbo and all that. And then suddenly, oh boom, di ba? Siya pala ang magtatakbo. And the forecast, someone posted that the forecast is someone from Mindanao and someone from Luzon. So ano to? Duterte Marcos ba to? Oh my gosh, and then Lacson Soto, and then, and someone even asked me, who will you vote for? Hindi ko talaga alam. Wala akong mapili. I want someone like Gilbert Chidoro. Gibo, principled, matalino. Hindi naman siguro siya magnanakaw kasi mayaman naman siya. Mayaman na siya. Gusto ko sana siya. Kaya lang wala siyang, clout. Wala siyang, hindi masyadong marami ang boto sa kanya, no? I like him. And also, I like Lenny. But Lenny also has, walang masyadong support right now, Ang daming, kasi I want to sana, parang a change of politics naman. I'm not saying that the past is bad. That we have different approaches and leadership. Merong brusco, merong mabait, merong iba-iba. Let's respect each other's types of leadership. So, dictatorial, di ba? Meron naman na lenient and all that. Pero, ang sinasabi ko lang,